Hello beautiful people, Carl here from Brrraaains Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short, and it's horror movie review time. Directed by Stephen Boyle, who co-wrote with Toby Osborne, The Demon Disorder combines Cronenberg-style body horror with supernatural elements while sprinkling in various metaphors surrounding family dysfunction and degenerative diseases. It's a lot to take in, and inevitably causes the film to feel like a bit of a muddled mess by the end. There are good ideas here, and some strong moments of horror, but it is buried under a lot of confusing and, if I'm honest, unremarkable stuff.
Fever, inflammation, till he has destroyed you because of the evil you have done.
Dad?
What are you doing here? It's Philip. You need to come home. First I thought it was nightmares, trauma maybe, but it's Dad all over again.
Jesus Christ, Phil, put the hammer down.
What do you expect me to do? Maybe he'll open up to you.
Has it occurred to you Philip's just traumatized by what happened?
He's still with us.
He's coming back.
Philip?
What the hell is it?
That thing is like a parasite. I think this thing needs to grow until it's strong enough. Strong enough for what? To live on its own.
Guys. We received a call from this address.
I can reassure you that everything is fine.
Yeah. I'm afraid we're going to have to insist.
Now, from the moment it begins, there is a sense of darkness that surrounds the film and its main characters. Graham Riley, played by Kristen Willis, is a mechanic, living a quiet life, estranged from his brothers Jake, played by Dirk Hunter, and Philip, played by Charles Cotier, following the death of their father, played by John Noble. Aside from showing his teenage employee Cole, played by Toby Webster, the ropes, he lives alone and he's happy to have it that way. So naturally, he is less than pleased to see his brother Jake, who arrives out of the blue asking him to come home to the remote family farm. Initially resistant, Graham agrees to go home once Jake shows him footage of Philip, their other brother, behaving in a strange way that is reminiscent of how their father behaved before he died. It seems as though the brothers made a blood oath and it all goes back to their father. He was sick, but this was no ordinary illness, more akin to a possession, and now it seems like that possession has jumped to Philip like an infection. How can they stop it, and what does this demonic presence actually want? These are just some of the confusing aspects of the demon disorder, and unfortunately they won't be answered to any degree of satisfaction. Even if the journey has plenty of entertaining moments, least of all the visual effects that are spectacular, as Stephen Boyle, should be said, has made a career in makeup and FX. The problem lies with the story's attempts to be subtle, trying to say something and be metaphorical. This might have worked, and I would have been pro it had more time been spent with the brothers and the father as he got sicker. But that's not what we get. Instead, we are left with attempts at unearned emotional weight, most of which comes from the lack of dynamic between the three brothers of all people. Once reunited, the tension between them is palpable, but because it never really relaxes, it makes it hard to root for any of them, even if it does allow for a certain amount of creepy atmosphere to bleed in. Is it scary though? Hardly, as the possession stuff is run of the mill, and the body horror stuff is just gross. Impressively gross, but just gross, not scary. The longer it goes on, the more its flaws are highlighted, and the less engaging it becomes. Come the end, a gory and violent end nonetheless, the mind has become quite desensitized, I think, to what the demon disorder is offering, resulting in what I certainly felt at the end, a strong sense of dissatisfaction. Those end credits are rolling and you're kind of left with that feeling of like, I didn't really enjoy it. or I did for a while and it's lost me along the way. But you didn't want it to be the case. I didn't want it to be the case. And that's where that disappointment and that dissatisfaction comes from. You can see the good in it. You can see the quality. You can see where it could have been so much better had it been just so much more focused. And that is where all of that comes from. Inevitably, this is such a middle-of-the-road movie for me. It's The Demon Disorder. Have you got any thoughts you want to share? You know what to do? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It does help us out. You can find us at gbhbl.com and across all social media platforms. And if you really want to give us a bit of extra support, please consider buying us a cup of coffee over on our coffee page. Thank you.